In this video, we're going to start working with while and do while loops. The for loop and the while loop are almost the same. The syntax is different, but they behave exactly the same. So we're going to start with while loops. We're going to add, for example, let I equals 0. So this is going to be the index, the initial index. Then we're going to add while. We're going to open parentheses. Here is where we are going to add the condition. Then we open the curly braces, and this is going to be the body of the while loop. So right here you can see we added this I. So we're going to add I minus 10. Then you need to add, for example, the increment. And the increment is going to be added before the closing curly brace that we have here. So you can see that we have the three parts: the initial value, the condition, and the increment. This should be 10 right here. So then we're going to add the body, or the code that is going to be executed until this condition is met. Console.log, template or string literals again. We're going to add number, and then we're going to add the $, curly braces, and the index I. So save this, and now you can see we have number 0, number 1, number 2, 3, 4, 5, and all the different numbers. So you can see that the syntax is different, but basically they are doing the same. So let's, for example, add the example that we saw from the previous video, looping an array with while. We're gonna create an array. Again, it's going to be called shopping cart. Just to make the same example, we're going to add product 1, product 2, and product 3. Then we're going to add the index, or the initial value. It's going to be let I equals 0. Then we're going to add while, parentheses, and the body of the while loop. We're going to add I minus, and again we're going to use shopping cart.length. So this is going to print 3, and this is going to run only 3 times. Then it's really important to add the increment. Otherwise, it will cause you some errors. So then I'm going to add console.log. We're going to add product, and we're going to add the $, then the curly braces, and we're going to add shopping cart. And we need to print these array positions. We're going to add inside the square brackets, we're going to add the I variable. So we're going to save this, and you can see we have product 1, product 2, and product 3. So we can copy this, make a comment right here, and add a new product. You can see now this is going to run 4 different times. So feel free to use the for loop or while loop, wherever you feel comfortable. So let's remove this. We're going to use in this video, let's continue working. We're going to take a look at do while loops. The main difference between a while and do while loops is that the do while loop will run at least one time. It doesn't really matter if the condition is met or not. It will run at least one time. So we're going to see this in action. We're going to create the initial value. Then we're going to do, open the curly braces, and right after this closing curly brace, I'm going to add while. Here is where you write the condition. So we're going to add index minus 10. So this is going to run at least 10 different times. Right here, I'm going to add the increment. And before the increment, we need to add the code that is going to be executed. Number, and we're going to add the variable and the index. Something like this. So save this. Now you can see we have number 0, number 1, and we have all the numbers through number 9. So the main difference between the do while loop and the while loop and for loop is that this is going to run at least one time. So for example, if I add something like 5,000 here, save, you can see we have number 5,000 because it's going to print this value. Then it's going to increment, and then it's going to check the value. But at this point, this value, at least one, has been printed, and you can see we have 5,000 right here. If we add something like this, for let e equals 5,000, I minus 10, I plus plus, and we send this value to the console. I'm gonna copy this. It's going to be the same. Save, and you can see that this is not printed. The 5,000 is from this one. We can remove this, and you can see that it doesn't print anything, because again, the do while loop is going to execute at least once, while the for loop is going to check the condition first, and then it's going to print anything. So in the next video, we're gonna continue working with these loops. We're gonna see other ones, the for loop, another option, the for each loop, another one called the map. So see you in the next video.